ABC 10 News Pinpoint Weather Super 7-Day Forecast.
Let's check back in now with ABC 10 News weather anchor Moses Small. Here on dry land, we're getting ready for some, what I call just like horrible combination.
Yep.
Cold weather and rain.
That's a good way to do it. You're forgetting wind, too. So we're also going to get that. And the good news is it's not happening right away, but we are already settling into a pretty chilly evening. And so if you look at our temperatures, this is kind of a rerun of what we saw last night. Coastal and inland neighborhoods, for the most part, have already dropped into the 50s. San Diego at 59 degrees. Oceanside and Carlsbad at 58, Del Mar 55, and La Jolla 58 degrees. Meantime, Escondido's at just 56, Palace at 56. They're beginning their temperature drop off for the night, and El Cajon right now is at 61 degrees. So it really should come as no surprise to anyone that we are again going to see 40s for the early morning hours. San Diego staying in the 50s until about midnight, and then by 7 tomorrow morning, the time many of us are getting ready to start the day, San Diego will be at just 45 degrees. Our inland neighborhoods are going to feel very chilly as well, as many spots are getting ready to drop all the way down into the upper 30s. So the literal light at the end of the tunnel is tomorrow afternoon. But before we talk about that, I just want to take a closer look at some of those overnight lows. They're really almost identical to what we saw last night, give or take a couple degrees. San Diego drops down ultimately to 44. La Jolla drops down to 47. Chula Vista 42. Parts of the North County are much cooler, though. Camp Pendleton's going to see a freezing 31 degrees. Oceanside goes all the way down to 34. And for those inland neighborhoods, almost across the board, they're going to see plenty of upper 30s. But for the daily highs, we're going to see mid-60s coastal and inland, mountains reaching up to 51, deserts hitting a high of 68 degrees. So for tomorrow during the day, we're going to be pretty warm and pretty sunny, and overall very calm. That's going to start to change during the evening. At 7 p.m., the coastline picks up a wind advisory. The mountains and the desert get a high wind watch. Also happening at about midnight is going to be a winter weather advisory. That one's just for the mountains. And so if you take a look at that rain and cloud futurecast, you can see the way we start off pretty calm throughout the day. Then late at night, talking 10, 11 p.m., we start to see the clouds. We start to see those first few raindrops, and the wind is going to behave the same way, starting very slowly during the day, ramping up throughout the afternoon, and then building up all the way until the evening, until even parts of the coastline. You can see wind gusts as fast as 45 miles per hour, as fast as 60, even 70 miles per hour for some little pockets into the mountains. So late Saturday night, that is when things start to change. We're seeing that combination of cold, wind, and showers that is going to stick around through early Sunday. Showers stopping in the afternoon, and rain totals up to this point are looking pretty small, less than 1/10 of an inch all around. Inland neighborhoods will see that same trend, dropping off from a high of 66 tomorrow to just 58 degrees for Sunday. Temperatures barely rebounding after that, and a quick look at the mountains shows that when you get the cold combined with the showers, that's a good recipe for snow. So expect a mix of rain and snow for Sunday. And finally, taking a peek into the desert, they are going to see even some patchy frost. So that trifecta, the cold, the wind, and the rain, if you're waiting for it, think of Saturday night, Wale.